Pedro and Bella are good actors, but they are miscasted badly, and I don't see them as Joel or Ellie. Not seeing the series as of yet, but I'm giving it a 5 to counteract the few people who gave false reviews who clearly haven't seen the show. These comments represent the extremes of what is known as review bombing, or a large number of people posting negative user reviews online to adversely affect their product. Like all forms of media, whether movies, TV shows, or video games, The Last of Us on HBO is not immune to harsh or constructive criticism. However, it hasn't even come out yet, and many users are already giving their reviews for the whole series, whether positive or negative. Review bombing isn't new to The Last of Us, as Part 2 received 30,000 mostly negative user reviews on Metacritic in 2 days, with the criticism mostly stemming from the game's initial plot leaks 2 months prior. Honestly, I think it's ridiculous that people are still doing this, because it doesn't do justice to all the hard work put into the product. Come on, man. If you watch it and genuinely dislike it, then give your thoughts. I would say the same thing to those who gave Part 2 a 10 out of 10, just to spite those who didn't enjoy it, or those who are super fans who didn't even experience the game. Now that we got the history lesson out the way, let's talk about the possible reasons why this happened. Many think it has something to do with the casting, with the main gripe surrounding Joel and Ellie being played by Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. These two actors don't fully resemble Joel and Ellie from the games, and I've seen people be upset about this. However, I think these are two of the best actors for the roles. Pedro has experience playing gritty and survival-hardened characters like Joel through The Equalizer and Triple Frontier. Bella did a magnificent job in her role on Game of Thrones, and I think the scene with her in The Last of Us trailer perfectly captures the essence of Ellie.
If she so much as twitches,
The casting situation kind of reminds me of how many people didn't initially like Daniel Craig being cast as James Bond in Casino Royale, but it happened to be one of the best Bond movies ever, and personally, my favorite. Some are upset the show isn't staying fully true to the games by not having spores anymore. The show's co-showrunner Craig Mazin recently said that if they were to put spores into the show, it would be pretty clear that it would spread everywhere, and everyone would have to wear a mask, and most likely, everyone would be infected. So, they switched it to tendrils, which basically act as a hive mind or alarm system if the infected are disrupted. The Last of Us games already try to give us a realistic outlook on a zombie apocalypse, or as much as you can for an entertaining video game. I like how the creators are trying to be even more realistic with the show. Lastly, the show is scaling back on violence. The Last of Us is known for its gruesome scenes of violence, intense gameplay, but Neil Druckmann said they're going to bring the violence back to only the essential. This will allow the violence to have a more lasting impact to the viewer. Although I enjoy the violence in The Last of Us games, I got kinda numb to it towards the end of the story. This to me will make the show's stakes even higher and more unpredictable. It seems like the show is basically going to be on grounded, which is the hardest difficulty in the games for most of the show. Basically, no one is safe. Overall, I just hope people give the show a chance. It seems to be doing well critic-wise, and I'm super excited to see it come out in a few hours. Fingers crossed, we don't get another The Last of Us Part 2 fiasco. I can't wait for the discussions and critiques. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.